Hello, Cliff Duvernois here. It occurred to me that with my clients going through escrow right now, it would probably be a good idea for me to kind of walk through the overall process of what it takes to actually buy a home, just at a high level. So that way, as my clients are going through escrow and as I'm talking to you about it, I have a point of reference. So that way everybody's on the same page. So the first part of any home hunting process usually starts with the buyer getting pre-qualified. You have to know how much of a loan that you actually have, how much house that you can actually purchase before you go out and look. So if you only qualify for a $400,000 home, there's no sense in you looking at $1 million homes unless you're just curious. So next on the list is house hunting. And it's usually during this time where a lot of buyers will spend their time on the internet, going to property search websites, using various applications to see what's available on the market. They start to formulate what do they like, what do they don't like. And then when you're ready, they typically start attending open houses. And this is really the first engagement with the real estate agent. Now, when buyers meet agents for the first time, it typically happens at an open house. And at this time, it's usually a good idea to, if you're thinking of going to use this agent in the future, are personalities the same? Is this guy approachable? Is this agent trustworthy? Do they seem to know the area, or are they bullshitting me? Little things like that. So this is where a lot of buyers will interview agents. And I always talk about it being an interview because more or less, that's what it is. And buyers can always leave and go to an open house and talk to another agent. With your agent picked out, and presumably that you found a house, the next stage in the process is actually submitting an offer. And this is where you sit down with your agent and you figure out what is the fair market value, how long are houses typically on the market, what's the condition of this particular house, is it a high-end turnkey house, which you can move into right away, is it a house that's going to require renovations, any number of those questions right there, but you formulate your offer and then you extend that offer to the seller. The seller typically has 3 days to respond, but usually, and just for the purpose of this video, we'll say, yay, congratulations, your offer has been accepted. Now we move into the next phase of the process, which is, here we are in escrow. Congratulations. So it's during the escrow process where typically the buyer and the seller begin this exchange, so to speak, whereas the buyer has the money, the seller has the house, and all we do for the next 30, 45 days, whatever that time period is, but the buyer just makes sure that the house is everything that it's supposed to be. The seller provides all these disclosures during the process, and we just make sure that everything flows smoothly. And if we find out something doesn't work, we walk away from the transaction and go find another house. If everything has gone correctly, everybody's happy and everybody's satisfied, now we're into closing. So what is closing? Well, closing really is the last step in the process of where the buyers essentially sign the final documents, they're handed the keys to the house, the seller gets their money, and we part ways and everybody is happy. So now that we understand the overall process, where I am with these new set of clients that I've got, they've actually put an offer down on the house. We're in the middle of escrow. So in the next video, I'm going to start talking about what's happening during the process and any challenges that come up along the way or any good things that we find along the way, and I'll definitely keep you posted.